Welcome, everyone, to a brand new deep dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we're not just listening to a song, we're really peeling back the layers of a cultural touchstone. The Smiths' 1984 single, Heaven Knows I'm Miserable Now.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
It's more than just a track, isn't it?
Definitely. It's like a distillation of a very particular mood, a defining moment for a generation, maybe. And it still resonates even decades later.
It really does.
We've gathered insights from, its Wikipedia entry, the breakdown on Genius Lyrics, other analyses, really trying to get to the heart of it.
Good stuff.
So, our mission today: uncover the origins, dissect those stark, often surprising lyrics, and kind of understand why its impact has been so enduring. Ready to delve in?
Let's do it. Yeah, Heaven Knows I'm Miserable Now is just a quintessential example of the Smiths' sound, that signature blend of bright jingle pop.
Right, that shimmering guitar sound.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That mixed with Morrissey's utterly unique, often kind of biting lyrical perspective.
And what's really striking, I think, is how it got so big commercially,
Right. Major success.
while still holding on to this very specific, sometimes uncomfortable, emotional truth.
So we'll explore the creative choices, the context of the release, and how it really solidified those core themes that, became synonymous with the band.
Okay, so let's set the stage then. This isn't just any track in their catalog.
Not at all.
Released May 1984, Heaven Knows I'm Miserable Now just exploded, climbing to number 10 on the UK singles chart.
Yeah, and here's the really significant bit.
Go on.
It was their first top 10 single.
Wow.
Right.
Right. That's huge. Not just a milestone, but like their real mainstream breakthrough moment.
Totally. Proving that their sort of unconventional sound could connect big time.
And it wasn't just a flash in the pan either.
No, definitely not.
It anchored those major compilations like Hatful of Hollow, Louder Than Bombs.
Important collections.
And its weight is kind of underlined by being on that Rock and Roll Hall of Fame list, 500 songs that shaped rock and roll.
Quite the pedigree, as you say.
Indeed.
But what's truly remarkable, I think, is just how fast it all came together for Johnny Marr. The guitarist, co-writer, incredibly talented guy.
Oh, yeah. How fast?
Well, our sources say he composed the entire musical foundation for it in, wait for it, just 1 hour.
1 hour. Seriously.
Seriously. January 2nd, 1984. He was in a New York hotel room.
Just like that.
And get this, it was the very day he got a brand new guitar, a red Gibson ES355, a gift from Seymour Stein, the music exec.
No way. So new guitar, bam, iconic riff.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That immediate inspiration, that spark, it just highlights Marr's process. He even thought of it as a pair with the B-side Girl Afraid. Wrote the music for that the same evening.
Wow. That's some bursts of creativity.
It really was a hallmark of their early
Yeah.
songwriting. That synergy between him and Morrissey was just electric.
That origin story is amazing. And, okay, beyond the songwriting, this deep dive also points to another really significant moment, right? In their production history.
Ah, yes. Stephen Street.
Exactly. Heaven Knows I'm Miserable Now marked the very beginning of his working relationship with the Smiths. Long and fruitful, wasn't it?
Incredibly. He was the in-house engineer at Island Records' Fallout Shelter Studios in London.
Can you imagine the excitement? He had apparently just seen them on Top of the Pops.
Yeah, the big UK music show.
Right before this opportunity came up?
Perfect timing. And that connection made right there recording this single, it was foundational.
Right. Led directly to him engineering Meet His Murder, their next album.
And countless other collaborations that really defined their sound. He just got them.
Yeah, clearly.
And, thinking about that sound and feeling,
Hmm.
it raises a question for me. How do they translate that feeling, that misery, visually?
Good point. The single cover.
Exactly. It features Viv Nicholson, famous in the UK, right? Won the football pools.
Oh, yeah, the betting game. One big.
And then, very publicly, blew through all the winnings really fast.
So that choice connects to the song's themes. Dissatisfaction, maybe even with success.
I think so. It feels very deliberate, a poignant choice, echoing the lyrics, like external gain doesn't equal internal peace.
Interesting. And the title itself has a history, too, doesn't it?
It does. It wasn't entirely original. It was a deliberate nod, an homage, really, to Sandy Shaw's 1969 single, Heaven Knows I'm Missing Him Now.
Ah, okay. So acknowledging a lineage, but giving it that Smith's twist.
Precisely. That bittersweet sentiment, but reinterpreted with their distinctive, maybe more cynical edge.
And then there's that performance, the
Yeah.
Earsay one.
Oh yeah, Channel 4, March '84. Morrissey walking through a wasteland, holding daffodils.
Such a classic Morrissey image, right? Beauty and desolation all mixed up.
Totally characteristic, almost theatrical.
Okay, so let's really unpack the core here. Morrissey's lyrics. Genius Lyrics calls it a typical Morrissey song about a person who is upset or depressed and doesn't want to waste any more time on thoughtless people, which, yeah, seems true.
It's a fair summary, but there's more, isn't there?
I think so. Like the opening lines, I was happy in the haze of a drunken hour, but heaven knows I'm miserable now. That immediate contrast.
Yeah, that's starkness. Fleeting happiness, maybe.
Or regret. Like even that temporary escape can't touch the underlying misery. But then the next lines, these always get me. Almost darkly funny. I was looking for a job and then I found a job, and heaven knows I'm miserable now.
Huh. It's so disarmingly cynical.
What does that even mean? That getting what you want doesn't fix anything inside?
Well, is it pure cynicism? Or is it just brutally honest?
Oh, interesting distinction. Go on.
I mean, I lean towards honesty. The song really hammers home that external stuff, getting happy for an hour, finding a job, things society tells you should make you happy.
Right. The markers of well-being.
Yeah. They don't automatically fix an internal state of, malaise. It's raw and actually deeply relatable for a lot of people.
That feeling of discontent no matter what.
Exactly. That kind of existential ennui. And the chorus just lays it bare.
Yeah.
In my life, why do I give valuable time to people who don't care if I live or die?
Oof. Yeah.
It's not just about the job anymore, is it? It's deeper. Feeling unvalued, questioning relationships.
Okay, I see your point. Brutally honest, not just cynical. It strips away that pressure to pretend you're happy just because you got the job or whatever.
Right.
But then it gets even more intense. That third verse, the Caligula line.
Oh, yeah. Unforgettable.
What she asked of me at the end of the day, Caligula would have blushed. I mean, Caligula, the notoriously depraved Roman emperor.
It's quite the comparison.
What kind of request makes him blush? It's so extreme, so theatrical.
And that's Morrissey's genius with hyperbole, isn't it?
Explain that.
Well, it's not meant literally, obviously. It's there to convey this intense feeling of being profoundly imposed upon. The sheer absurdity, the outrageousness of the demand.
Being pushed to the absolute limit.
Exactly. Where even history's benchmark for immorality would flinch. It's dramatic, sure, but it expresses being utterly overwhelmed and disgusted.
And the reaction, oh, you've been in the house too long, she said. And I naturally fled. Just escape.
That feeling of being stifled, trapped. Escape is the only option. Paints a picture of total claustrophobia.
Definitely.
And, there's that alternative chorus lyric, too.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
In my life, why do I smile at people who I'd much rather kick in the eye?
Whoa. Okay. That's dark.
It is, but it's another layer of that internal conflict, right? The forced politeness, the social mask, hiding this deep resentment.
Very human, though. Uncomfortable, but human.
That's it. The gap between how you act and how you feel.
Man, it's clear this song just hit a nerve. The title itself became, like, a phrase.
Absolutely culturally ingrained.
Like that journalist, Andrew Collins. His book title, Heaven Knows I'm Miserable Now. My difficult student 80s.
Perfect example. Shows how that sentiment became shorthand, especially in the UK.
And speaking of titles, the B-side, Girl Afraid. That came from somewhere specific too, right?
It did. From an old movie, Old Acquaintance, 1943. Bette Davis's character writes a novel called Girl Afraid.
See? They were just steeped in pop culture references. Films, books, older music.
Morrissey especially, yeah. Always drawing those connections.
And you gotta love the vinyl etchings for the superfan.
Oh, the little messages in the run-out grooves. Classic Smiths.
The UK 7-inch. Smiths indeed ill forever.
And the 12-inch. Smiths presumably forever ill.
Love those little Easter eggs. Enigmatic.
They really cultivated that mystique. And connecting all this back, the song's chart success, getting platinum certification.
Yeah, over 600,000 sales in the UK alone.
It just shows its incredible reach. Despite the lyrics being so specific, so cynical, so personal.
It somehow became universal.
Exactly. That's the hallmark of their legacy, I think. Taking that deep individual dissatisfaction and making millions relate.
But they really became voices for the misunderstood, didn't they?
For anyone feeling alienated or just out of step with standard issue happiness, they tapped into something real.
So, yeah, from Johnny Marr's spontaneous hour-long riff.
Incredible.
To Morrissey's cutting wit, hyperbole, all that existential angst, heaven knows I'm miserable now, is just way more than a pop song.
So much more.
It's a snapshot of a mindset, a feeling that surprisingly millions recognized in themselves. And it delivers that uncomfortable truth, doesn't it? That
Yeah.
getting what you want doesn't always fix the miserable now feeling inside, challenges our whole idea of fulfillment.
It really does.
It's like a reminder that the most honest art sometimes comes from the most uncomfortable places.
Which, brings up a final thought maybe for you listening.
Oh, is that?
How much of that genuine discontent we feel, that underlying malaise,
Yeah.
how much of it really comes not from lacking external things, success, money, whatever, but from an internal state, a perspective that's just harder to shift?
That's deep.
And what does it say about us, that artists like Morrissey voicing these raw, sometimes really negative feelings can still connect so deeply, even make you smile while singing about wanting to kick people in the eye?
Yeah. It's a fascinating paradox, isn't it?
Definitely something to